If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
So I appreciate some movies that the killer's kind of OCD. They have their one weapon, and even though they walk by other weapons throughout the movie, they're like, "No, this is mine. This is the only way I'm gonna fucking kill you." Like fucking the killer in Slumber Party. He's like, "I love this drill." He walks by knives all over the place. And he's like, "No, it's got to be a drill.
It's got to be."
So,
a drill.
okay, I do have a question though. Technically, in the original 1982 film, did he use the drill when he killed the telephone lady? Thought he got the drill from the telephone lady.
Oh, I never even thought about
I
that.
didn't think about it.
I think he had to use his hands with the original.
No,
film. You don't see
he
it.
did because she's in the dumpster, big old hole. Yeah.
But
That's
maybe,
what he's like.
But maybe he did get it from her. And
Well, I
then
thought that's where he
was
got it
like,
from, yeah.
Oh, yes, perfect. Maybe he had a different weapon and then was like, you know what?
But had he already
Upgrade.
done kills before her?
No, she was the first kill in the movie.
No, he was like escaped.
Yeah, because they were saying like he's killed 5 people. So I think he's got his thing.
Yeah.
He is very committed to it once he gets that.
That's true. I just assume because telephone operator drill makes sense, right? She got to drill into poles to mount shit. So
That does make sense. But a drill that big?
that's a big drill.
Yeah.
It's big. But also at the same. All right, folks. Before we get too deep into this, tonight on Killer or Filler, we're going to be talking about 1982 film Slumber Party Massacre versus the 2021 remake, The Slumber Party Massacre. And this is a special Killer or Filler. We are doing a 3-panel. Back with us. It's been almost a year and it has been a year and a half. Emily, welcome back.
Thanks for having me. Thanks
Yeah.
for doing this episode. I
This
asked
is
you
your idea,
for
yeah.
this a year ago.
Yep. Only took a whole year.
It only took a whole year.
It only took a whole year.
And now I have once again made you watch a movie that I think you wish you hadn't watched.
We'll see. We'll see how this episode goes. But I am Lowdown.
F.U. Hunter, what's up, you old lady beating bitches?
Old lady being bitch.
Yeah, I'm old.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Bitch, you can't be that old. Like, okay, yeah, the fact that she's using that excuse at the end of the film when she knows she's gonna die, versus like she was doing like man shit, killing people right before that. Fuck off, old lady. You're strong.
You're
country
old.
strong. All right. Oh man. So with these two films, they're both. It's almost like the remake tried to do what the original was supposed to do out the gate. The original was supposed to be a horror comedy. That's how it was written.
100%.
Right. But then the studio's like, no, we wanted to be serious. And then that's when we got 1982 Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah.
Where there's a little comedy and there's some goofiness with the killer at times. Like when he talks, like I lose it when he fucking talks. It's like, really, dude?
I love you.
Yeah. It's like, what?
I think it's the only movie I can think of where there's a 10-minute shower discussion scene where like literally it just keeps going on. And I'm just like, you're not even pretending with this. They're just
you remember the intro from Carrie? De Palma was like, here's titties.
Yes, but literally each character talks and then almost on cue has to, with the back to the camera, and then turn around titties. And next customer, blah, blah, blah. Turn around titties. Like, it's like
And
each
you know,
turn. Like,
Pan down.
Yeah.
Pan down to show you the butt on
Yeah,
one girl.
I thought it was every stall. It would come in on the low. There's the butt, and it would go up titties, and it would go over titties, go down butt. It was like almost zigzagging
oh, yeah, no,
through the shower
there's a
stalls.
good 2 minutes of just ass. Just like tits, and here's your ass. So check and check. Yeah, like they just were like, there you go. This is gonna get some people in the seats.
So, this first movie was written and directed by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know they had said that this was really Roger Corman's thing, that it was still a horror movie. They needed to have the tit and ass, but it went really gratuitous, like to the point.
Was that her answer? Like, fine, here you go.
I think
I think it is, honestly. I think she was like, you know what? Fuck, fine.
Like,
here
you think
go.
Corman would be like squirming, like, this might be too much tits and ass. I can't believe I'm saying that because it's just 10 minutes of just that.
I will say the largest tits in the movie never get shown, and I don't know if that had anything to do with the time period, even though it's still, it's Hollywood, but early 80s, the porn boom and all that came in from the 70s, but either that or it was in the contract, but the black chick in the Slumber Party never shows her titties.
Yes, I do recall that.
And it's
I do.
And I don't know if it's also because it's the one black actress and she would show up all the white girls. She was the juiciest of them all. I'm watching this. I'm like, I'm wondering if there's some weird racial thing going on with that. How like, no, we can't have the black girl being the hottest one.
Yeah, but she was the only one actually wearing like an actual nighty type thing. Everybody else.
But there's
is
a scene
wearing,
where they all change into that, and she's the only one that doesn't show her tits.
Yeah.
Missed me completely that she was the only one.
Something that apparently was not noticed by all the viewers.
To me, I'm like, oh, it's because it's the biggest. She didn't want her showing everybody up.
Yeah.
And the big thing that's lacking in the remake is tits and ass. Maybe they're like, Corman went a little too far with that. We're going to like give you pretty much none.
You get man butt.
Yeah.
He gets so much man butt.
So much man butt. And a pillow fight, which I didn't know was a thing.
You mean it's not? Don't ruin this for me.
No, I've never been in a pillow fight, period, let alone with just my dude friends.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with that dude's cabin. That is some weird ass shit.
I loved it. That it was like, because I will tell you, I've also never been in a pillow fight. I don't mean to like ruin it for every male.
No, so
Secret's out.
As I'm watching it, because I didn't watch this till last night, so it's really fresh. I'm watching it and I see that when I got to that scene specifically, I'm like, okay. The funny thing is, this one was not written and directed by a woman. It was done by a man.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
thought. I could be wrong. I could have been. I
thought it was.
Was it a woman?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Was it okay?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I was looking up a few different things over different movies, and I might have got it confused. So don't quote me on that. It could still be written and directed by a woman. But it's like now they're doing the complete 180 trope with this film, where it's like what men think women do at summer parties that they don't do.
Yeah.
And men are doing it, and it's supposed to be funny.
Satirical.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
so satirical.
Exactly.
Like by naming the guys Guy 1 and Guy 2. And then they were like, Guy 2, where'd you get that guitar? I found it in the closet. That made me laugh so hard.
So I really think that, like I said, this is the one we should have gotten in the 80s, was just this tongue-in-cheek, complete 180 of all the stereotypes of like what we think would happen in a female slumber party, now reversed, and the men are actually doing. The women are the one that got weapons and are ready to fucking go ham on some shit. Yeah, right, because they're ready to go. When they pull everything out, I'm like, oh damn, oh okay, okay. All right.
Yes, I wish they had trained with all those weapons.
Yeah, you can't just have a weapon. You got to train with it.
That seemed very new generation. Like, well, I got the weapon. That's all I need. Like,
no,
I want to learn how to use it.
Yeah,
you can't just run up on somebody with a machete. You got to actually know how to like use it correctly.
Hold the fucker.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that alone, having any sort of grip strength is really all you need for a blade. They're just like, oh.
Like, I feel like the training montage.
Yeah.
The training montage before they go to the cabin would be them like looking on their phone for like 5 minutes. Like, okay.
That's everyone in the generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have the training music, but it's just all of them on their phone. All right, I know how to use it now.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Rocky
it.
music.
It's like in Ready or Not, where they're like, how to use your crossbow.
Yep, exactly.
That's what they watch.
Oh, fuck. So once I realized that, I started to like sink into the remake a little more, because at first it was like, this is fuck
slow for that like middle period.
Yeah.
It like starts off so strong, and then it's so slow for a while, but then once it gets going again,
then it's nonstop.
It goes.
It's nonstop until the end. One thing that I wish they kept the same in the remake, and I don't know why they felt the need to change it. I understand the whole point of isolation, and then, it's just you, but there's, the cabin across the way, is one of the things I loved about the original Slumber Party Massacre was that it was in a random fucking, I guess, L.A. neighborhood.
Yeah.
There was people right next door to you, right across the street from you.
Nobody goes.
You got
to
the
get
shit
help
murdered
from a
out of you.
neighbor.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're in a heavily populated area, and that shit happened in the middle of nowhere. That's a trope where you're gonna fucking die. You know what I mean?
I think again though, it kind of like turns that on its head because like if I'm in the middle of nowhere and I look across the way and there's like some dude in the cabin across the way, then I'm more worried because I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
what's
that's
a
true.
dude
Except that-
doing there?
And this movie, it's turned on its head where the guys are like, I don't trust those bitches.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. Like,
That was
and
some of the
they're-
best dialogue.
And that's where they literally switch the role of every woman going, oh, a bunch of guys. I hope they're not going to, kill the shit out of us. And
Yeah.
they're like, I don't trust those. They look hardcore. Like,
And whenever they see them, it's the perfect time to see them do some fucked up shit. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not that they got attacked. It's like they did one scene where they just see her go up to him with a machete. He's like, he's already dead. And he's just
Stabbing
like
the dead
stabbing
body.
a dead body.
They're like, no, get away from that.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you turn that on its head, like when the one guy, the like survivor guy, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't
which
remember
one he
names.
was. But the like survivor guy, when he basically like gets in the car and then dips and leaves her,
Mhm.
I was like, well, if the gender roles were reversed there, you'd be like, yeah, good,
Yeah.
leave him.
Yeah.
You can't trust him.
That's true. I mean, this remake was a complete 180 of the gender roles, and once you understand that, going through it, you start to I can appreciate this a little more and appreciate that, and I'm obviously this movie is going to piss off some people.
Yeah.
There's no way around.
I don't know. It has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Does it?
Has 100%
What
critic
the
score.
On how many? I'm sorry.
20.
Critic score, not
20 critics rated this.
not
this.
viewer score. Critic
The
score.
viewers.
Do you know how many of my
66.
Okay.
That's still
But
fucking
still
solid. That's not.
But
Yeah, that's
do you
still
know how many
fresh.
movies that I love horror wise that are not even a 90 with critics, and that's 100. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Everything's real.
Yes. Dialogue does not matter apparently.
No, but I really do.
I thought some of the dialogue was so funny in this.
It was.
It was the throwaway lines though, like the "I'm old" or the part where he was like, "Oh, my girlfriend said this, but she also said that blowjobs give you cancer."
Yeah.
Yes. Now, who was that dude with the guitar? Like that whole scene where he's like, they're like, all right, well, we should split up, and like, you go here, you go here. He's like, oh, that's a terrible idea. We've got weapons. We don't need to stay here. We can go help you out. Like that whole energy.
There's a part where he's like, "Oh, there's 3 of us," and she was like, "There's 8 of us."
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, I actually get good at that. It was-
We got to throw it out there real quick. We're bringing up the guitar. It's a specific guitar.
That's a
Very
throwback to
specific
part 2.
guitar.
yeah.
That's a
it's
throw into part
literally
2.
the same guitar design.
It's not. I went and looked. It's not the exact same. It's close. Not the
It's
exact
close
same.
enough that you know.
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's all. No, I agree. It's an homage too. It's just not the exact same shape.
Yeah. It doesn't have like a drill on the end of it, and
It does not have a
Yeah.
drill
No,
on
it
the
doesn't.
end
It
of
doesn't have a drill. No.
and it breaks fucking fast as shit. That's a weak fucking guitar. One swing and that bitch is in
Oh,
pieces.
did you notice in the swing when it broke, it was just a neck, and then when it landed on the ground, it was in like 5 pieces? Did you guys notice the
I
little
did not
cutscene?
notice
I was like, "Fuck me." that really doesn't
I
matter.
was too busy watching that one get his face blendered.
That was so sick,
It was so good.
dude. That kill, like, all right, we got to talk about one thing the remake does well is it upgrades all the kills
100%.
compared to the original, right?
100%.
Because like that scene specifically where it pulls the fucking string and the pickup off, and it's like it's fucking lawn weed wax his face.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
Or in the opening when the one girl gets the drill straight through the neck.
I really love that one, but the CG was started to kill me on that.
that was
The
yeah, I was
CG
gonna
was a little
say,
rough on that one.
I was hoping to see a little bit more when it came to the engine kill because I mean you set it up, you see the hair, and then that I thought they might go a little bit further, but I guess
Yeah.
it is.
My notes say Ashley gets trapped by the world's heaviest hood.
Yeah, and I like how she just throws the shroud down.
Yeah,
It's like it's
which
okay. It's fun.
like. That's no protective case. That's why she died. Like, all right, there you
All
go.
right,
I mean,
thanks for
could just be
spelling
an
it
old
out
ass
for me.
truck that they didn't have that.
That was a fun kill though.
Yeah,
that was a real fun kill. The one I don't know, doesn't want to be there chick that comes out and just stabs him after he's dead.
you mean the one the stowaway?
Stowaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
At first she annoyed the fuck out of me.
The
It
little
was-
sister.
yeah.
I mean, it is a callback to the little sister.
Sure,
in
of
the
the
Who is
original.
also because I
Yeah.
just rewatched the original, also annoying as shit in the original.
You know, I just thought of that now. I forgot. Like, in the original, that's what they were doing there. Okay,
Yeah,
that
the
makes
little
total sense.
sister who steals her Playgirl magazines.
Yeah, when she's calling, I was like, "You better be doing homework." I totally am.
I will say I had almost an appreciation rewatching the original though, because I've watched it one time. It's not anything, and there's some actually well done shots and some decent kills. It's never been on my list to rewatch.
Dude, when they answer the door and it's the pizza guy, they had homage with that, with the eyes drilled out with was it the original boyfriend from the?
Was it him or was it the truck guy?
It's the truck guy.
Yeah.
It was the guy who showed up to deliver something, and the killer was there. That guy. Yeah. I was like, I saw that. Okay, that's an homage to the pizza guy.
Yeah.
That was. And, dude, the pizza guy in the original one pops up throughout multiple parts in the movie where, like, then he's, like, moving the body, and it's just, he's just, like, this thing in the way that they're trying to move around through the house. Yeah.
And I'd say the when she goes into the garage and goes kiss him, his head falls off. It's like, there's some stuff I honestly forgot about. I've watched it one other time. So
yeah, the original one, is it a great entry to the slasher franchise? No. But we didn't get what we originally were supposed to get with it either. It wasn't supposed to necessarily be a straight slasher.
Yeah.
You know?
It was originally set up to be a parody, but, you know, don't feel bad for her. She went on to write all the Beethoven movies. So.
No shit.
The director.
That's why they're so hardcore. No.
Like, but all of them?
I think she did like 1 through 5.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And I think she did Mystic Pizza too.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
So-
Okay, you know, she did all right.
She did break into
She
the
did-
industry.
She broke into the
Yeah.
industry. Yeah.
That's so random. And I also didn't know there was 5 Beethoven movies.
Oh, there's
so
like
thank
8.
you. Yeah. I knew
There's like
about
8.
3 of them. They just kept going, huh?
The other fun trivia I had was that the driller killer in 2 is the son of the founder of Little Caesars Pizza.
Yep. I knew that.
It's so random.
What? I had no idea.
Yeah, so there you go.
And I've actually never seen Slumber Party Massacre Part 3.
You're not missing anything.
Part
2
two.
was 2. The only reason I got through 2 was because of Joe Bob.
Oh,
Because he did it. That's the only reason I got through it, because I was like, this is fucking awful.
It's ridiculous.
It's so
It's a
bad.
bad music video after bad music video,
Yeah.
and I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be.
Hmm.
Someone's like, all right, MTV's popular, okay? But let's do a horror movie, but then have little musical, like, videos going on with our rock star killer. And then, like, no. Who was like, yes, let's make it.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. Wait, can we get somebody cheap that we could, like, you know, do a promotion with? Little Caesars, maybe? Like, it's all fucking terrible. Because you know there had to be some kind of promotion that they try to work out with that.
Let me see. One of the big differences, too. Okay, before I go into wanting to bring up about the differences in the acting choices for the killer, in what world would you get hit in the throat with a fucking oar and then still be able to talk? Not only like not drown, but then still be able to talk. Because remember, he talked in the 1993 skit at the beginning, and he said like some reminiscent of the original movies.
Takes a lot of love.
Takes a lot of love. Yeah, that one. On the dock, she hits him in the throat with an oar, drops in the water. When he talks, because apparently he didn't drown, when he talks again, his voice is the same. I'm sorry, but it's a fucking oar to the throat.
He had some pretty heavy surgery and a lot of... I mean, it's years later.
The man hasn't changed his clothes in 30 years. I doubt he's going to surgery.
Technology has done so much.
Yeah, and Kay looks loaded, so she could have definitely
Or
afforded that.
maybe that explained why every time he's faced a character, it looks like he's facing off to the right side and talking when he does talk, as if that's the way he can talk, as he has to have his head at least
straight ahead. He can't form
he's
words.
he's got to turn his head and do the weird, I'm sort of looking at you, but I'm looking away. So yeah,
That's his thing.
I know, but maybe that's how he can talk. Yeah.
So that's the other thing I want to get into. I've got to say the original actor in the original film is way better than this guy. One reason for me is like there was something about the original actor. He had a very soft face, you know. So when he did the crazy eyes, it stood out because his face was so soft. I mean, he was an older guy, but it was very rounded. It wasn't chiseled and sharp. This guy, chiseled, sharp, crazy eyes. You just look like a fucking hick, like from out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
And you find out he is. I mean,
yeah, but no, but I just mean like
exactly.
it was just I don't know something about the original killer. That, and again, I've only seen that movie, the original one, twice. So I've seen it once more than I've seen this remake.
Yeah.
It's not like I have any huge, like,
love
for the original. It's just I think the actor they chose for that, his look kind of made it creepier because he looked more like a normal person.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know.
But I think that also might just be acting choices that the two made. Because
That's true.
There were some choices by both. So
yeah. Oh. So what killer do you guys like, the original portrayal or the?
Oh, for me it's the OG. Yeah,
it's the OG.
I got so distracted.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I think I could take the second one. He seemed less harmful, I guess, in general.
Yeah. It's like the guy in the remake wanted to. Yeah, you're right. He like had to turn up and sideways
every single time. Like he had to look so fucked up and evil or sinister that like I'm not even gonna look at you. Like it was just a weird choice.
Yeah, it made him look silly, but I think that's keeping in tone with
it was
the rest
like
of
someone
the
was
movie.
trying to make him eat his broccoli. Exactly. Like no, like turn your head, but I'm gonna kill you still. Like it was just a weird choice. So
if he just stopped and then broke the fourth wall and was like, "Do you have any Grey Poupon?"
Yeah. I did think they were set up honestly with the last surviving dude who's wearing the jean style like shirt. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was going to be a callback to, I mean, with the years past, like, you know, the main chick's daughter, and then maybe his son, but no, it was the reveal was not that. So
no, it wasn't that at all.
It was an old lady.
Yep, it was old lady.
I'm an old lady.
And that's the thing is that obviously we get to the end and literally our main chick starts to put it together. Oh, like as she's talking, like they didn't give him a chance, and that whole town was only known for the killer, my son, and like she's like, uh-oh, time to knock down this, and she hits her really fucking hard, knocks down, and instantly that lady goes like, I'm an old lady, why would you hit me? I'm old. And I wanted then immediately right after that the son to pop out of the woods and be like, why are you beating up old lady? I'm the fucking killer. That would have been amazing. And just added a little bit where because we trust our main characters like figured everything out. Yeah. Okay, this is the killer. And it would be great for her to do that and be like, you just beat the shit out of an innocent old lady. Meanwhile, the killer's right next to you. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of the sisters are doing it for themselves in this one. I mean, there's a lot of that in this one. Let's be so real. But,
yeah,
when Russ gets killed and there's still 30 minutes left in the movie, you do kind of go, wait, what?
100%. I was like, oh, because while I was watching it, it felt like it was the full length of the movie. So I thought it was over. And I'm like, oh, it's not. And I clicked it like, oh shit, there's still 20 minutes.
I will say I kind of wish the reveal of their intentions being there was a little later in the movie, or like when they pulled up the weapons, it like they like almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like posed out like we're ready for some shit, but they kind of pick up and go, let's go girls. Like it was just kind of like not as intimidating. Like we brought sort of weapons to fuck him up. I just like, again, I know you're not gonna get any training montage or anything like that, but it's almost like, I mean, I've got a bat. That's all you need, right? Like, I was kind of, if they had done that turn a little bit later in the movie and made it so, like, we're going to fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
But it was very haphazardly, like, again, we're going to do what we can.
Girls.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they're teen girls, and they did fuck them up, technically.
It is realistic because I could totally see my 17-year-old being like, yeah, I got all this figured out. And then it's like the second that anything doesn't go according to plan, it's like, oh no.
Or maybe just one of them that actually has taken some kind of training.
No, they don't need to.
No,
they
don't
YouTube.
need to. Yeah. God damn it.
Oh, so
I am curious if this, because I guess it was sci-fi original, or
yes,
if maybe it was more independent, we got a little more less CGI kills.
You mean have shuttered it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Even Tubi could have maybe done it.
I know. Are we starting to be pro Tubi? What the fuck is happening?
No, I need at least 2 more films that are solid. I need at least 2 more.
That's
we got
true.
one with Lowlifes. I need at least 2 more. And then I'll be like, okay,
yeah,
all right, I'll start looking at you. They have dropped a bunch of horror movies.
I know.
That are original. So
I'm
we'll
like,
see.
all right, do I give him a chance? I don't know.
But yeah, there was another death scene that was heavily in the CGI, and I was like, fuck me. It was one of the girls. I forget which.
I mean, the other girls are the one that got the nail to the eyeball, which
You
I was
mean-
very much like, that would not kill you.
No, it
You
wouldn't.
mean where it's mostly out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even like a got me eyeball scene. I'm like, that's
know.
bullshit.
And
What
she
the-
got hit in the eye. I was like, yes.
And you're like,
And then I'm like, that's not
no,
really how that
that's
works.
not how that works.
And she looked out the window where the nails are coming from to get hit. I was just like,
Yeah.
maybe you could. There's got to be something as a shield or no. All right.
No, nothing.
I think you're thinking of the Sawzall, when he does the Sawzall through the heart tattoo for the one
Oh,
guy in the
God.
shower.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of something from the original. Can we talk about how long she spent in the basement trying to find a tool to kill him with?
There's so many things in the original that took way longer than they should
What
have.
the fuck? I'm like, she grabs the saw, and then it's like, doesn't realize it's plugged in. What the fuck?
No, you mean where she
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 runs.
plugs it in and she runs all the way out of the basement up to the living room, up the stairs, and then gets almost up there, and then the cord. And it's like, yeah, you don't have the longest fucking extension cord of all time. The fuck, like.
But I'm looking at her, looking at stuff, and there's like this peg wall of tools, and I see tools on the workbench. Me, I'm like, you got like 12 things to pick from. Her, she's like,
she wants to play,
I
she wants to play his game.
I
all right.
got like, she can only use like 2 or 3 things. I'm like, no, you've got a wall. Just grab things, stuff things in your pocket. Let's go.
And both,
This was before YouTube, guys. She couldn't
Yeah.
watch a
She didn't know.
Yeah.
I will say, both movies do have where right before the killer's taken out, they have to cut that drill bit right in half, and
That's the phallic thing.
yeah,
you
and
know?
he's like, my
Yeah.
penis drill, no. In both movies, they have that look of like, oh man.
And then they both talk, and both their voices are high pitched. It's like very, yes. Maybe that was even the point in the original.
yeah.
And I get it. I'm like, yeah, you know.
Oh, one of the other things I thought about, there's a shirt that's the same in that one of the girls wears in the original. It says like Space Baby or something like that. And one of the girls
Oh.
I did notice that.
because I remembered seeing the new one and being like, that's a really fucking weird shirt. And then I saw the original and I was like, makes sense.
So did you watch the new one first?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. I saw the new one first, and then went back and watched this one. I'm pretty sure I saw this one probably kind of the same as you guys. Like I probably saw it in high school when I was watching.
Just a
all
random
of
night,
these.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And the original kind of got piled into all the 80s slashers. Look how well Halloween
Yeah.
did in the late 70s, and then Friday 13th. So let's just pile
we're
them
talking
in.
Slaughter High, Prom Night. I mean, just a
It's-
slew of fucking slasher films, right? It got
Absolutely.
just chunked in there. But as we said, even the original, it has things that kind of make it stand out. That they did fun things with it, but plus it being Corman definitely put it in a certain box because Corman's.
A ladies box.
But also
Shot
just
of
like
ladies box.
if there was a movie that got released and it had Corman's name attached to it, it was probably gonna stay on
You
the.
shouldn't be shocked of what you see
Exactly.
of the female anatomy. I mean,
Yeah.
so that's how the best way to put it. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
But all right, they're gonna wrap it up around the 1982 film versus the 2021 remake. But before we give you our final thoughts, please ask you to go to lowdownbrown.gmail.com. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Have you seen both these films? Have you only seen one? I forget where I watched it at, but they're both streaming somewhere.
I think I watched it on USA Network streams.
I think mine was Xfinity through Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
Okay, there
Yeah.
you go. So it's streaming somewhere. Let us know what you think. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you're gonna watch it after you hear us talk about it. If you haven't seen the original, maybe we turned you on to a slasher you didn't know exists because it did get bundled in there with.
It's better than some of the other ones we listed with the Slaughter High. And
Yeah,
I'll put it that. All right.
Slaughter High's not great.
Yeah.
And I really don't need to rewatch Prom Night either.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's okay. It's not terrible.
I've seen it within the last 5 years. I'm so good.
Exactly. But also, we said hit us up, give us recommendations on stuff because I'm sure there's remakes I've forgotten about that we could cover. So
Or just hidden gems that, we haven't hit yet.
yep. And also go to joyoutpodcast.com. And while you're there, you can check out all the shows under the network as well as go to our links tab and take our links to TeePublic, and you can buy tons of designs on tons of things there, all the merch in the world. If you buy any shit make sure to tag us, and we'll repost, and however the fuck else social media works. I'm still lost on that stuff.
I just bought a shirt last night, actually.
Nice.
I did. So I have a Madness shirt now.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah. Like it. Thank you. See? There you go. When it comes in, she'll tag us, and we'll just be sharing all the posted stuff because, that matters.
Yeah. Just a disembodied torso. That's all you get.
All right. Oh, man. All right. I'm not leading this. You two go. Killer or filler?
I don't know what to say about this because there are moments that I thought, okay, this is pretty funny. And I laugh. I haven't laughed like I did when they beat the old lady. So I don't know. There's things that I would like change. And I almost wish, again, it wasn't a sci-fi movie because I feel like given like a little more freedom, there might have been a little more work with.
Mm-hmm.
I know the problem I have is the dialogue is cheesy. But again, rewatching the OG, that dialogue is also pretty goddamn
And the
cheesy,
remake
so.
does it in the vein of knowing that and being funny
Yeah.
with it, too.
And taking a different approach, I do appreciate. Because, again, how many goddamn cookie cutter, like, okay, we're doing a new version.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like the original version, like, except this time he looks to the side when he kills him with a drill. Like, at least there was a whole plot that was set up differently. So
I loved it. I mean, I think that's obvious because I told you guys to watch this.
Yeah.
But I loved how different it was. It was not what, kind of to your point, it was not what I expected at all. When I, put on a sci-fi original remake, this wasn't what I thought I was going to get. And there is some kind of like slow spots in it, but I think that the couple of scenes that are good, I mean, it's an hour-and-a-half long movie.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of misdirection. Again, my big thing now is you take me down this path that I've seen so many horror movies, and then you go, nope, I'm not going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is very much I favor that. So I do appreciate the twist at the middle of the movie.
I mean, there's a couple too, because I think they get you a couple of times with it of, in the beginning with the black woman being the one who gets out, which is not normal.
Not
how
normal.
that works.
No.
And then on top of that, with the girls, this all being kind of a setup for them getting people, and then the boys being the ones that are kind of bumbling and like causing all the problems.
And terrified of like
terrified of the women.
What
Yeah.
those women might do to us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, I think I like it because it's so different in this specific genre of like a slasher film, especially a slasher remake. I like that they went a total different way with it.
there's that chance I could watch it again. I just don't know if I'm.
So we actually gave that, because we had another episode where we couldn't figure out, it's not necessarily a killer. If you don't think it's a killer, but it's not something that you think's a filler either. We came up with Floater, I think is what it was.
Yeah,
It's a floater.
it's kind of a floater.
It's hanging around. It's hanging around there. It's not. It's
Had
not
a lot of floaters recently here, guys.
We have. I mean, because it's like I enjoyed it overall. By the end of the film, it got revealed of what it was actually doing. On the turns, and I was like, okay. And then I could sit back and enjoy it because I'm like, this is just fucking stupid fluff fun. That's just literally all that movie is. Where, like I said, the first one was supposed to be that, or the original, excuse me, but then they changed it to make it serious. So now, you've got to view it under a different lens, right? Because if they want to make it that way, then did you do it? Did you make it serious?
Yeah, so I'm not going to shit all over the remake. It definitely has things that I was not a huge fan of, but
it's no Cabin Fever, I'll tell you that.
Yes, yeah.
That was
exactly.
a shitty remake.
So it's one of those, but I don't know if someone was like, hey, do you recommend this? I could be like, go for it. Like, but if I'm like trying to figure out something to watch, there's a good chance I'll watch it again.
Like, I think it's definitely something I could put on in the background and not give a fuck about the story, but every once in a while turn around to see the kills or the stupid pillow fight scene, and people are like, what the fuck? I'm like, I know. Just point that out. Just the random scenes in the movie. So
we got a floater.
Yeah, it's a floater. I mean, because I did enjoy the film. It's just not a killer remake. It's not like this great thing that's better than the original. It was just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Fair?
Fair.
Yeah. Thank you for recommending it. Greatly appreciate it. And all right, everyone, until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
NSFWYpodcast.com.